Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
A man answers to charges he killed his brother. Their mother is talking to us about the case.
A former high school teacher is pleading guilty today to having an inappropriate relationship with a student.
The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and the Kentucky State Police need your help tracking down copper wire thieves.
WKYT News at 5 starts now. A man charged in his brother's death headed to court this afternoon.
Police say 45-year-old William Watkins ran over his brother Brian during a fight on Woodview Drive Saturday night. Today, their mother was there as he answered to the charges. She talked to WKYT's Victor Puente in our top story at 5.
William Watkins is charged with hitting his brother with his truck, killing him. But the mother of both men says she believes William isn't at fault. William Watkins spoke little during today's arraignment.
You're going to need a lawyer. Can you afford one?
But after his hearing was over, Watkins' mother, joined by his wife, took to his defense.
I know Billy didn't mean to do it, but Billy loved Brian very much. He loved his family.
Police say Saturday night, William hit Brian Watkins with his truck, dragging him down the street. When they arrived, they arrested William and charged him with reckless homicide and DUI.
My son Brian called Billy, told Billy he needed to talk to him, so he can commit suicide. So Billy went to see Brian. And what happened with Mara, I don't know.
While Farrow says her sons loved each other, other family members told WKYT Brian Watkins beat up his brother, then left the house on Woodview Drive. According to them, William Watkins got into a truck and left the home to drive after his brother. Investigators tell us he crashed into him halfway down the street. Carolyn Farrow says losing one son and having another charged has been difficult.
Brian, my baby, my younger son.
During the hearing, the judge left Watkins' bond at more than $25,000, saying he was a danger to others. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Watkins will be back in court on November 5th.
Authorities say she had an inappropriate relationship with one of her students, and today, 7 years later, a former Franklin County teacher pled guilty in the case. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy shows us how investigators solved the case so many years later. The story is new at 5.
The Commonwealth attorney says Carrie Staples Williams resigned Friday, and this afternoon she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of unlawful transaction with a minor.
The victim here, who had been a 17-year-old senior at Franklin County High School, had passed away in March, and when she was going through his personal items in his room, discovered some explicit emails that had been sent from one of his former teachers.
With copies of those emails, Assistant Commonwealth Attorney Zach Becker was able to pursue a case against former Franklin County High School English teacher Carrie Staples Williams. He says Williams pleaded guilty inside the Commonwealth Attorney's office in front of the mother of the now deceased victim.
She was very emotional, but she was definite in the fact that she did feel like finally her son was justified, and that Miss Staples Williams was held accountable for what she did.
The Assistant Commonwealth Attorney says although the superintendent at the time failed to report this case to law enforcement, because of the statute of limitations, they are unable to prosecute further. In Franklin County, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Under the plea agreement, Williams will surrender her teaching license, agree to no further contact with former students, and be under supervised probation for 5 years.
In the past 4 years, copper thefts from roadside lights have cost Kentucky $2 million. Now the state is spending more money to try and put a stop to the problem. WKYT's Mike Linden shows us what officials are offering in this Crime Tracker report.
It's been a significant problem for us. It's a significant problem for law enforcement, and it's a significant problem for the citizens of this Commonwealth.
Over the past 10 months, thieves have stolen copper wire 37 times from highway lights in Kentucky, and the cost to taxpayers continues to rise.
We conservatively estimate that the crime of stealing copper wire from highway lighting systems has cost taxpayers at least $2 million in damage in the last 4 years.
Copper is valued at around $2 per pound at most recycling centers. State police say that about 500 feet of copper wire can yield criminals just over $100. In order to combat copper wire theft, KSP and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet are offering a reward up to $2,500 for tips that lead to an arrest. The reward money comes from Transportation Cabinet maintenance funds that are normally used to repair the highway lighting systems.
If you see something that just looks really suspicious, whether it's time of day, location, how they're dressed, something that just doesn't look well, take a moment, jot down a tag number, get a description, and call one of the numbers that we provided and give us a tip, and we'll take it from there. Tips can be both called in by phone and text message to KSP, both of which remain confidential. In Franklin County, Mike Linden, WKYT.
And if you have a tip for Kentucky State Police, we have information on how to contact them on WKYT.com. Well, summer made a brief return today, but fall will be back before the week is over.
That's what it sounds like. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell's here with a big dip in the temperatures coming our way, right?
Yeah, two different ones that will roll through the area, one for midweek and then another that will bring more of a winter feel. And I'm talking about 20s and flakes of snow by the end of the week. What a ride. Let's look outside right now where we're tracking temperatures around 80 degrees. 81 in Richmond, 80 in Georgetown, and 78 up toward northern Kentucky there in Covington, where you see a lot more traffic, a lot of folks buzzing along there, headed home here. We look at some of the wind gusts over the past a little bit as well. You're looking anywhere from 15 up to 20, even close to 30 miles per hour. Those winds are going to continue to work their way eastward throughout the rest of the evening and overnight tonight as well. We'll listen to them howl all night long. There you see Defender scanning the skies. We're not tracking any showers or thunderstorms today, just some cloud cover that has been drifting into the area. Now, as we look ahead at our 3-day threat track, we're talking about low areas of concern here coming up for Tuesday and Wednesday. We will have those showers and storms around, but still it's going to be more of a minor thing compared to what the temperatures are going to be doing as they start to roll through the area. Maybe one of those could be strong as it passes through, but again, not a widespread event. And then that chilly air is here for you on Thursday. It's here Wednesday, but it really hangs around Thursday as well. I'll give you the rest of it coming up for you in just a few minutes.
One person suffered serious injuries in a crash this afternoon. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Laurel County. That crash happened about 2 this afternoon on Middle Ground Way, south of London. Police say the crash involved an SUV and a motorcycle. Police tell us the 2 people on the motorcycle were flown to UK hospital with serious injuries. A third person went to a local hospital there and is expected to be okay. In Anderson County, a court date has been set for a former school bus monitor accused of harassing and menacing students. Investigators say Melinda Owens pushed a 12-year-old's face into a bus seat and destroyed another child's poster board. We're told Owens resigned after the incidents. She will be arraigned on December 4th. And in Boone County, eBay will hold a job fair for its new fulfillment facility. The job fair runs from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow. The company will recruit for 2,000 positions, paying up to $12 an hour. eBay also wants to fill 4,600 jobs in Louisville and Shepherdsville.
A judge has denied bond for a man accused of murdering a Kentucky teenager. Terry Froman appeared in a Cincinnati area courtroom today. Police say he killed Michael Mahoney in Graves County last month and kidnapped the teen's mother, Kim Thomas. They say he later led police on a chase on I-75 in Ohio where he killed Thomas. He could face the death penalty if convicted. It is another sign the official start of basketball season is almost here. The Wildcats will hold their blue-white scrimmage tonight. WKYT's Rob Bromley is live for us at Wildcat Central with a preview. Hi, Rob.
Hello, and things picking up here at Wildcat Central. You know, we had Big Blue Madness a little over a week ago, 10 days ago, and tonight it is the blue-white scrimmage, and we will get a little bit better idea of what this Kentucky team will look like. Now, one area that certainly concerns John Calipari about this team, transition defense. But really, when you look at it, it's a two-edged sword. Kentucky will be a strong team on the offensive backboard, so Cal wants to strike a balance. All right, the season is almost here. Blue-white game will tip off Monday tonight at 7 o'clock, and it will air on the SEC network. Our collectibles, they're going to be given away at the Hyatt. New location this time this year. So for our collectibles, we'll give them out here a little bit before game time. They're available at the Hyatt. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll have much more. We'll hear from Mark Stoops and also hear from Trey Lyles, one of Cal's freshmen. That's it from here at Wildcat Central. Sam, Amber, back to you.
All right, Rob, thanks so much. And the Wildcats' first game is this Sunday when Pikeville comes into Rupp.
New York City officials monitoring another potential case of the Ebola virus. We'll tell you who the victim is.
There have been delays nationwide in shipments of flu vaccines, how it could affect you and your family. That's in Better Living.
And we're learning more about a triple murder-suicide in southern Kentucky. That's ahead on WKYT News at 5:30.